So once again, welcome all of you for today's session. We have been discussing Sikshashtakam verses for those who are new for today's session. What's your name? Savyasachi. What do you do, Savyasachi? PhD. Second year. Very nice. What's your name? Anushka. What do you do? PhD. Nice. Yourself? Sachin. What you are doing here, Sachin? Okay. Nice. And all others are regular students, regular participants. So we have been discussing from the past 2 weeks about Sikshashtakam. Sikshashtakam. Shiksha means instructions and Ashtakam means 8 verses. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is actually the father of the Sankirtan movement, which he started about 500 years ago, he is the author of these verses. So these verses are in Sanskrit, and these verses talk about the essence of all the instructions from all the scriptures. If you study all the scriptures, what is that which you need to learn, which you need to apply in your daily lives? They have been given in a very, very concise, precise manner by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in these 8 verses of instruction, Sikshashtakam. So we discussed the first and the second verse in the past sessions. So first verse, we talked about Cheto Darpana Marjanam, right? First verse, if you remember. I had asked you to memorize the shlokas also. So it will be nice if you memorize it and recite it regularly along with their meanings. So first we began with the cleansing of the mirror of the mind. The mind is compared to a mirror, and the mirror has accumulated a lot of dust, because of which you are not able to see yourself, your reflection in the mirror. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you just chant the holy names of Krishna, and that will cleanse all the contaminations away from the mirror of your mind. Right? So that was the first shloka. The second shloka last week we had discussed. Right? So Namnam akari bahudha nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kalaha etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaivam idrisham ihajani na anuragaha. So it is a verse of regret. In the second shloka, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is regretting. What is that he is regretting? Namnam akari bahuda. Namna means names. The holy names of Krishna are many. Bahuda. There are many, many names of the Lord. Right? If you have come across Vishnu Sahasranama, for example, 1000 names of Lord Vishnu recited by Bhishma Deva when he was in the final moments of his life. So the Vedic scriptures glorify the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna in so many ways. And all these are describing different qualities and activities of Krishna. So the Lord has got unlimited activities, unlimited spiritual qualities. Therefore, he has got unlimited names. Right? He has got unlimited names. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the Lord has got so many names. And to chant these names, there are no specific hard and fast rules with respect to time, place and circumstance. Anywhere, anytime, in any circumstance, you can call out the names of the Lord. You can chant the holy name of the Lord. Anywhere. Right? Na smaranena kalaha. There are no niyama, there are no regulations with respect to remembering the Lord by chanting his holy names with respect to time, place and circumstance. There are many examples for this. There was a person called Ajamila, if you have heard about him. Ajamila He is a devotee described in the Bhagavatam in the 6th canto, in the very beginning. This Ajamila, even though he was born in a very good family, even though he was a devotee of Lord Vishnu, later on in his life, he became attracted to a person of low character, and in her association, he started neglecting his spiritual duties, his devotional seva to the Lord, and he started engaging in many sinful activities. But towards the end of his life, somehow he remembered the Lord. He chanted the name of Narayana. Narayana is one of the names of the Supreme Lord. Narayana. Ayana means the refuge, the ultimate shelter of all the naras, of all the human beings and all the living entities. He is the ultimate refuge or shelter of all the living entities. Therefore, he is called Narayana, the ultimate refuge. So he called out this name, Narayana. But actually he did not refer to the Lord Narayana when he was calling this name, because he saw the Yamadutas in a helpless condition, out of great fear and anxiety. He called out for his youngest son, whose name was Narayana. But still, the Lord heard his chant, and the Lord sent his devotees, the Vishnu Dutas. They came to rescue this Ajamila from the punishment of Yamadutas. And by this, Ajamila got a change in consciousness. Oh, the Lord is so merciful. Even though I have performed so many sinful activities, I chanted his holy name unknowingly, still the Lord so mercifully gave me protection. So he changed his ways. He became a reformed person. And from then on, he stopped performing sinful activities and he resumed his service, his bhakti to the Lord. So here is an example. A person who had become contaminated by bad association, he chanted the name of the Lord unknowingly, not referring directly to the Lord, still the Lord reciprocated. That means somebody is on the deathbed, he chants the holy name, still the Lord will purify him. He will give him a second chance to reform himself. That is the power of chanting the holy name. Right? And we know a 5-year-old boy called Prahalada, he was chanting the holy name of the Lord constantly. And because of this, the Lord was constantly protecting him from all difficulties. If you have seen the latest movie, Mahavatar Narasimha, you have seen how the boy, small boy, he was chanting the names of Lord Hari, Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. And this was not liked by his father, Hiranyakashipu, because he was a demon and he was thinking that Lord Vishnu is my enemy. Lord Vishnu is nobody's enemy, but people with wrong understanding, they think like that. So he could not tolerate his own son chanting his enemy's name. So he warned him, don't chant. But then he did not listen. And he tried to create a fear in his heart. He tortured him in so many ways, his own son. But every time, because he was constantly chanting, remembering the Lord came to his rescue. The Lord protected him from all difficulties, from all challenges. So, whether a small 5-year-old boy chants, or whether a person on his deathbed, he chants the holy name, in all circumstances, the Lord will surely reciprocate. That is the principle. Namnam akari bahuda nija sarva shaktihi. The Lord has invested his entire sarva shakti in his holy names. That is why it is said, there is no difference between chanting the holy name of the Lord and directly meeting the Lord. Right? In our material experience, we also have got names. These names are simply identification tags. Just to identify us, we have been given some name. Right? If somebody calls out your name in your absence, there will be nobody to answer back. Nor will the person who calls your name have the experience of meeting you unless he physically meets you. Correct, no? Unless he physically meets you, there is no meaning of simply talking about your name, calling out your name, because you are different from your name. Correct? Your name is only an identification tag given to you. But that's not the case with Lord Krishna. When you chant the name Krishna, you can experience Krishna. Of course, that requires us to tune our consciousness to a particular frequency. Right now, our consciousness is in material frequency. Now we have to tune it to spiritual frequency or Krishna conscious frequency. Then, just by chanting the name of Krishna, you will have the same experience of meeting Krishna, personally talking to Krishna. This is the experience of great realized souls and acharyas, pure devotees. Right? So, they are called Mahajanas, great authorities in bhakti, because they have experienced the Lord by chanting His holy names. They have realized themselves and they have realized the Lord by chanting His holy names. So, the Lord has invested His energies in all His holy names, and when you chant, you can get access to all the energies of the Lord. That means you can get access to the person, it's the Lord Himself. Right? That is why when Prahalada was put into difficulty, when he chanted the Lord's name, immediately the Lord appeared and protected him. Right? So the Lord gets attracted to the sincere devotee's genuine call, and the Lord comes and gives him protection. So, we should not think that this chanting the Lord's name is a mechanical activity. I'll simply chant somehow or the other and the Lord will come. No, there has to be genuine bhakti, sincere attempt to call out the Lord. And in that mood, when we chant the holy names, we can get access to the Lord personally. And to chant this, there are no hard and fast rules with respect to time, place and circumstances. Nam nam akari bahudha nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita niyamita smarane na kalaha. There is no time restrictions. Whenever you want, you can call. Whenever you want, you can chant the Lord's name. Right? If you are in the washroom, you can chant the Lord's name. You can chant Hare Krishna mantra. Not that only when you are in temple you should chant. The Lord's presence can be immediately realized when we chant with understanding, with sincerity and devotion. Therefore, a devotee will never feel alone, lonely. He will never feel lonely, because just by chanting, the Lord's presence is at once experienced by a genuine devotee. All of us, in different circumstances in our life, we feel helpless. We feel difficulties. At that time, if we can remember the Lord by chanting His holy names, immediately you will get a positive assurance that I am not alone in this circumstance. The Lord is there for me to protect. The Lord is there for my protection. So you will experience this. But for this, you need to regularly practice calling the Lord's name. Unless we have regular practice, at the time of difficulty or danger, all of a sudden we will not be able to chant the Lord's name. We have to practice every day. This is called sadhana. A regular number of times we need to utter the holy name of the Lord and chant. What happens because of this? Our consciousness becomes purified and our consciousness gets tuned to the spiritual frequency where we can realize the Lord's presence when we chant the Lord's name. Right? So therefore, more and more chanting purifies our consciousness, and it enables us to realize that yes, there is no difference between the Lord and His holy names. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the second verse says, even though there are no hard and fast rules to chant the Lord's holy names, etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan, O Bhagavan, O Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, tava kripa, your mercy is endless. That's why you have not put any restrictions for chanting your holy names. But still, Durdaivam means it is a great, unfortunate situation, misfortune. Durdaivam. What is a Durdaivam? Durdaivam, I don't have the attachment towards your holy name. I have no attraction to chant your holy name. That is the greatest misfortune, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. So what is the greatest misfortune in our life? If we don't have, even though we know that chanting of the Lord's name is so powerful, there is no difference between the Lord and His holy name. After knowing so much, still if we don't develop genuine attraction to chanting Krishna's names, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says such a person is the most unfortunate person. Right? So therefore, we need to develop the habit of always chanting the Lord's names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By chanting the Lord's names always, you will always be in touch with the Lord, and you get purified, and our consciousness will transform from material to spiritual. Then we feel the Lord's presence 24/7 with us. We will never feel lonely. Right? So that is the secret revealed in the second verse of the Sikshashtakam.